Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon everybody. I hope we're all doing well, and welcome back to a Friday episode of the Hulk Career Mode. Feels like it's been a very long time since we did this, but I hope we're all doing very well. We got Dart, we got DX, we got Max Attacks, we got La Hangman, we got Bradson. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful Friday afternoon, yes. Back on a Friday, that Friday feeling, we love it. We absolutely love it. JX, welcome in, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm hoping after the disappointing race last night, that we can try and get a better race under our belt today. But we'll wait and see as to how we get on. Welcome on in, Matt. I hope you're doing well, mate. Oh, one stream off an 80 stream streak. That's beyond wild. That is ludicrous. Cristiano, though, on a 15 stream streak. Thank you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, so obviously the whole career mode recently hasn't gone too well for us. I think it's probably a fair way to describe it. Obviously, we had a good run of form throughout the opening few races. And then since Miami, we seem to have struggled a lot more. So I'm hoping this weekend out in Barcelona, we can try and have a bit of a return to form. But we'll wait and see as to how it goes. What are we? We're 7th in the championship right now. So, you know, we've got a lot of work to do. I still believe we can try and get back to Mercedes in the Constructors as well. But we'll wait and see as to how we get on. Welcome, Mark. I hope you're doing well, mate. So, chat. Driver Career Mode returns tonight. Should be about, well, depending on when we finish the stream, it's going to be 6 PM UK time. So 5 hours from now. I've recorded the first 2 races. Round 1's going live today. Round 2 is going live tomorrow. They're both bangers. Like, genuinely, absolutely crazy races. So I'm looking forward to that one. And we will have 2 streams this weekend. We have got Suzuka 1000 tomorrow morning on iRacing. So make sure you drop us a follow over on Twitch if you're watching this anywhere else. And then we're also going to do Creator Series later on in the evening. So there's going to be a lot of streams going on tomorrow. Oh, there's my phone. Just make sure that everything is working. So yeah, it's going to be a busy weekend. I'm looking forward to it though. I'm hoping this can like set the tone for a good weekend ahead of us. But we'll wait and see. Always the Hulkenberg Career Mode can be a temperamental series at the best of times. Why is it impossible for you to keep the this streak crisped? Yeah, in other news, mods have shot themselves. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, welcome in, Amir. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Shall we do the proper intro chat? I think we want to get on with it, don't I? So I'm only going to do the one race today. Mainly because Barcelona is normally quite a long one. It's also one that you got to really manage the tyres. And I'm meant to be playing football this afternoon. But if you don't know, currently in the south of England, we're facing quite a severe storm. So I believe I'm meant to play football at 4:30. If I check my weather app quickly, at 4 PM, there is meant to be 7.5 millimeters of water. And at 5 PM, there's meant to be another 7 millimeters of water. So about that much water is meant to fall in the space of like an hour and a half. So that's... I'm expecting it's going to get cancelled, but I'm not holding my breath. I'm more than happy to play. It's just that a lot of the other people would much rather just like go to the pub or whatever normal people do on a Friday evening. I think no, it is across the country, but it's mainly the south that's getting affected by it, as far as I gather. I'm aware that it's kind of everywhere else, but I think we're getting the worst hit from it, if I remember correctly. Pub sounds better than football. Fair enough. Fair enough. Can I do it? No, I've got no R&D, have I? I can't do any more upgrades at the moment. And I don't think we're going to get any more in before this weekend either, which is a bit of a shame. Because performance-wise, we're actually looking pretty good at the moment. Yeah, play football and then go pub. That sounds like a good idea. Right, let's do the intro, chat. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video and welcome to round 9 of season 1 of the F125 Nico Hulkenberg Career Mode. Yes, we return this weekend here to the Spanish Grand Prix at a rather hopefully sunny Barcelona. Of course, if you missed out on the video that went live a few days ago from Monaco, I would highly recommend going back and checking it out. The duel in the Formula 1 crown, and we didn't have a particularly good time of it. In fact, the last 3 Grand Prix have been a bit of a disaster for us. Currently sat P7 in the Drivers' Championship. Max Verstappen has a 34-point lead up at the top of the table, but I think easily still the more impressive result is Big G, my teammate there. 8 points for him so far, and I believe it does still mean prior to Monaco, as a team, we had scored points in every single event. Monaco was kind of the downfall of that. A 17th place in Miami, a 19th place in Imola, and then a DNF in Monte Carlo means that I desperately want to try and return to form this weekend, especially as Verstappen now seems to be waltzing away up at the top of the table. But yeah, of course, if you're new, make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed. Also, drop me a follow over on Twitch. We're trying to get to 10k before the end of the year. But yeah, without further ado though, let's head out onto the track. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right, we've got that ticked off. Rob the Goat, thank you for the follow, as well as Dart for the bits. Dart with 6 bits, and all he said is the word boobies. Not saying my mods are the most professional mods in the world, but I do have the best mods. I certainly, I should have expected it. As soon as I hear that jingle in the background, I should know that something rogue is happening. Are we ready to go, chat? I'm just praying it's dry. That's mainly what I want. Chris with 10 bits saying I second that. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm hoping it's going to be dry. If you have a look, Max Attacks, on like the iRacing forums, normally you've got people like requesting a team or people saying they're like available for a team. Ah, what is up with this game? Changeable conditions in June in Barcelona. What is that? Deary me, chat. Look at that weather. I mean, I'd rather wet to dry rather than dry to wet, I guess. That's ridiculous. You're making me get up at 7:30 tomorrow. Hey, I said you could lie in if you wanted to. I can't imagine tomorrow's stream is going to be the busiest in the world. But I am looking forward to it. We run 110 AI. We run no assists. And obviously in the Sauber, which in theory is the worst car in the game. I've basically tried to make this series as brutal for myself as I possibly can. Hey, welcome in, Dean Bro. Hope you're doing well, buddy. And all of our viewers over on the short format. Felipe, my wheel is a Fanatec Formula V 2.5X. Pedal cam is only available on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. There is no pedal cam on TikTok, I'm afraid. Remember how we talked about getting a life? Oh, I'm sorry. I've denied my mods a chance at freedom.
Radio check.
They said they were planning a boycott, and I begged them to stay with me. I need them. I need them more than they need me. Anonymous Watcher, thank you for the follow. I hope you're doing well. I think it's going to rain, isn't it? I think I want a bit more downforce. I think I just want a little bit more. I want to be able to look after the tyres as well. I feel like this track... I mean, we all know just how bad Barcelona is for tyre wear anyway. I feel like this track in this car is going to be even more brutal. As obviously I want a left side offset as well. Just obviously because all the corners are right-handers. So you want the left-hand side tyre at a higher PSI. Because it'll pretty much even out immediately. I think we'll try that though. We'll head out there. We'll see how we get on. Nice and early. Hey, I'm doing well, thanks, Gardels. Hope you are as well, mate. Terexi, welcome on in. Oh, no! Wait, have I accidentally... I think we can change qualifying back to the full format. I'm pretty certain I can change it back to full format. Is it still on full format, chat, did we see? Or am I accidentally running single session qualifying? What I'll have to make sure I do is when I get back at the end of this session... when I get back to the pit lane, I'll double check it. But we'll wait and see. But yeah, I am meant to be running Q1, Q2, Q3 in this series. I just didn't run, obviously, any of it at Monaco, because that wasn't the point of the challenge. I am a wash streamer. That would imply I was ever not washed as a streamer, and I don't think... Have I ever not been washed as a streamer? oversteer. Again, trying to get the tyres up to temperature. The oversteer is lethal with the offset tyre pressure. Ugh. So sketchy. I mean, Sauber did really well here. This was kind of like the first good race of the year for Sauber, IRL, wasn't it? After Australia. Hulkenberg came like 5th, was it? Or 6th? I think he came 5th, didn't he? Because he beat Lewis, which is quite funny. Yeah, Kampser is definitely not flat. So we're just going to be running the Spanish Grand Prix today. I've got a few other bits and pieces I need to sort out. So yeah, just Barcelona. But it probably, if we survive, if we get to the end, it should take ballpark 2.5 hours-ish the whole weekend. Oh, there we go. I mean, is this going to be a full purple? It is! Look at that! There you go. That's not bad going. 465 out of 465, chat. Perfect score.
Valuable information out of that. Well done.
AI level is 110. Hey, welcome in, Pasha. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Yeah, we run maxed out AI, no assists. Right. So, we're running full qualifying. You see it there. Full, obviously, all 3 practice sessions that I only ever use Q1. But yeah, Q1, Q2, Q3, and then the race. 100%. I think I'm going to do race strategy next. Just to try and get some extra confidence in the car. I have got to remember, yeah, that the Sauber does have a drinking problem. I mean, it's a Ferrari-engined car on F125. Of course it has a drinking problem. Ugh. I mean, look at it. It's just constantly trying to break free. You just see there through trying to get on the loud pedal. It's always just trying to... It's like a bucking bronco. The best way I can describe this car. So does Bradson. We still love it. Yeah, Ben, I always staggers me how risky Ben plays the underfueling strat in CS. I just could not do it. But then again, like, it almost completely screwed him over in Qatar, didn't it? Because he'd underfueled and they only got 1 safety car late on. Like, I'm always kind of there going, I'd rather just run basically neutral fuel and expect 1 safety car. I guess because of the rain, it made it easier as well in Brazil. But yeah, they didn't even get a safety car for my DNF on lap 1. So I just think, yeah, Ben was very, very lucky that... It was only because Razin got bored, wasn't it? That he brought out a safety car right towards the end. Otherwise, like Razin said to me, obviously because of his front wing damage early on, he basically spent the entire race alone. So he was like, I really didn't miss out much in the end. But I felt like I had good race pace in that car. I just, yeah, for some reason really struggle with 1 lap pace. So what I'm going to do the rest of this season of Creator Series is just run the higher wing angle that I like running on this game. Because it seems to be kind of against the meta. But I'd rather get a decent result and feel confident in the car than try to get a great result and not feel confident. I think that's been my struggle. I mean, I don't think I've ever done it. I don't even know how many Creator Series there have ever been without a safety car. But it's always bound to happen. ND and Chopper, thank you for the follows. I hope you're both doing well. Welcome to the stream. Oh, come on. We just got the first lap in. I think it's going to be one of those venues, honestly, where you just got to build up into qualifying. Like, track grip is going to be low on a Friday morning. Everybody's trying to put some rubber down, everything like that. Ooh. Kampster is definitely not flat. I think it might barely be flat, even in qualifying. With low fuel and everything. I might not even risk it in Q1. Obviously, we might not even make Q2. You don't know yet. Oh, come on. Yeah, the other big thing, of course, as always, is track limits. But I don't think Barcelona's the worst track for it. Turn 2 can often be a little bit annoying. Would you ever do a Manscaped sponsorship? Knowing... oh, excuse me. The No Wheel podcast was originally sponsored by Manscaped. Fun fact. So Jamie and I have both got a Manscaped kit. So I have already worked with them before. I've never heard of that Terexi, to be completely honest with you, buddy. So it is just the one race today, Maximus. I got a couple of other bits and pieces I need to do later on this afternoon. So we are just doing Barcelona. We're getting close to Camps being flat. F1 25 can be played on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X or S. It is not available on PS4 or Xbox One or mobile or anything like that. We're down on the Delta. Come on, I don't want to have to do another couple of laps. Is it flat? Oh, it's not flat! Okay, final corner is not flat. Oh, Borto! Ah! I don't know how... We just saved Sauber a huge amount of damage. Campsa. C-A-M-P-S-A. Campsa corner. Right, but there we go. There's our first... Oh, it's definitely not flat. Try as I like, it is not flat in this car at the moment. Maybe one more try now. I've blended. Ugh. Oh, that does track limits. Right, come on. Ugh. Are we gonna get there? There we go. That's what we needed. I'm not gonna just go around for like another 5 laps. Just try and get one more corner right. Yeah, so, yeah, the Sauber is... I think the weird thing is, obviously, most of the cars, then, when you kind of obviously get to the really high speed, like a McLaren, a Mercedes will kind of grip up. The Red Bull, the Sauber, they kind of just get really loose and lively, which is quite scary. I don't kind of... I mean, maybe I'll run a little bit more wing. I think, yeah, we might run 40-36. I think it might have been how much, like, range there was between the wing angles as well. Might have been causing some of the upset. We'll try that then to go out for the tyre management run. But honestly, I'm not expecting to do this. Yeah, so I think Camps are getting there. I think, but it's more because it's uphill. The final corner, it's mainly because of the bump. There you go, championship leader, Max Verstappen, right up my trumpet immediately. We gotta start playing the psychological games with him. Gotta really make sure Max knows who's in charge in this series. Right, let's go. Right, let's try and basically get a load of delta down in towards turn 1, and then try to look after the car for the rest of the lap. That's always the goal with these tyre programs. Basically, absolutely throw the car down the straights and then try to be careful with it through the turns. Try and basically make the corners as... You want to basically try and turn the corners into V's a lot of the time. As long as you can keep up with the delta, you should be good. Try not to lock up, anything like that. It's actually going pretty well so far. Okay. This is looking alright. I mean, we barely lost anything through Cancer, and that was a huge lift. Have we actually got a decent car for tyre wear? Surely the Sauber's not actually that good at tyre wear around here. We're a second up. How is this happening? Why is the car suddenly becoming good? Is this going to be another purple? Yeah, just a small blend. There you go, that's fine. Okay, that's reassuring.
Well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
Lance Stroll is quicker than Verstappen, chat. Look at that go. I mean, I'm happy with that. To get a purple lap first time in, and I felt like I wasn't pushing too aggressively. I'm very, very happy with that. Yeah, this is Barcelona out in Spain. Have we done everything already? It feels like that's gone by too quickly, chat. Purple, purple, purple. Okay. I'm happy. I guess it's time for qualifying. Hey, welcome in, Sosa. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I mean, look at... Yeah, we got purple around most of the lap? It's just a very... It's clearly a car that is unstable, but you drive it under its limit, and it's actually pretty good. I mean, look at that. We're only a 10th away from Max, and we're not even pushing yet. I know he's not either. But still, I think we're ready for qualifying, chat. I think we need to advance forward. If you're on Twitch, get your qualifying predictions in. Where do you think we'll end up on the grid? If you're on YouTube, if you're on Kick, if you're on TikTok, anywhere else, come over to Twitch, bet some noggins at Matt212. We're trying to get to 10k followers over there by the end of the year. Yeah, there we go. A 10th quicker than Bortoletto. That's reassuring. But Verstappen did get a lot quicker later on. My Kimi career mode, RB dropped Max after he finished 2nd in the World Drivers' Championship and brought in Stroll. What an upgrade. Yeah, I'm alright, thanks Cam, and you, buddy? How you getting on? Are you looking forward to tomorrow?
It's a Catalonian qualifying for you today. Welcome along to Spain, to Barcelona, and wherever you are in the world, do you feel the need? The need for speed?
Have you got a driver lineup sorted for tomorrow? So I know Cam and I are definitely racing. I hope. Now Cam's come into the chat. Eugene, we still don't know for sure. So it's either going to be 2 of us or all 3. Just for the Monza livery.
Okay, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Hey, let me know how you get on, buddy. I assume you're going to use that to try and practice with the new pedals, are you? What do I want? Do I want to... I'll go out for an installation lap on mediums, I think. I might try and put double of 2 laps worth of fuel in, just so we got enough. So I might do a build lap then, and then go for a proper push one. I think that's what we're going to do. Just get my eye in a bit. Yeah, I would argue that Barcelona has the worst Crofty intro in the entire game. It doesn't even make sense. This track isn't even a particularly quick one in Formula 1. Like, I could understand it a bit of Monza or a Vegas or something like that. But why Barcelona? Or even like one of the other US Grand Prix for Fast and Furious or something. But why Barcelona? Right, so first lap I'm going to do with no ERS. And then we're going to have enough to go for another run. That's the goal. This is basically just see if corners are flat. I don't mind the new Barcelona circuit. I definitely prefer it over the old chicane. I wouldn't... Is it a particularly highly rated Formula 1 circuit, though? I don't think people mind it. It's much better as a testing venue than an actual racetrack. Wait, what do you guys feel about Barcelona as a circuit? Give me your 0 to 10 rating. 10 being best track on the F1 calendar, 0 being worst track on the calendar. Where do you guys rank Barcelona? Because I honestly don't know. I reckon it's probably about... like 12 or 13, no, like there's 24 tracks, isn't there? Like 14th for me, I think. I'm gonna say 4, 5. Yeah, so people like think it's a middle of the road circuit, isn't it? I think with the new layout, it's not like one I hate coming to, but it's not one I look forward to particularly either. It's just kind of there, isn't it? It's just another one to fill up the calendar. Right, hot lap mode then. Let's try and go for a proper one. We got everything nice and warm. That final corner is still not flat. No matter how many times I try it, it is not flat out. Right, this might ruin my first lap. Right, I'm going to have to use a load of battery. Maybe we can still beat it. We've got a bit of gravel on the tyres, but we should be able to get rid of most of that. We're basically going to be even with the Delta by turn 1. And now hopefully the rest of the lap, we're going to be a bit quicker. I've just got to remember that final corner is not flat out.
Okay, just 2 laps.
This car cannot do it. Not with this setup. Get your bottles in, chat. I think that one... I hope that doesn't set the tone for the rest of qualifying. We had an absolute stinker out in Miami. We had a stinker at Imola. I want to try and at least make Q2 again. Look at that, Campster's flat in 6th. That finds us a bit of delta. We're half a second down on Pierre Gasly by the end of Sector 2. This doesn't bode well. Ooh. I'm not going to try it again, am I? I'm definitely not going to try it again. See, you just got to get over the bump and then get back on the throttle. Then it's alright. There you go, 1:14.6. We're still slowest. That doesn't bode well, does it? That really doesn't bode well. Hugger Cactus, thank you for the follow. And Dart with another 3 bits, saying you suck. Seems about right. I only have the one sim rig. This is my rig. I would love to get a second one. I don't think I can, sensibly. I haven't got enough space for a second rig. I mean, look at the big G! He's between the Ferraris! He's quicker than Lando Norris! How good is Gabriel Bortoleto on this game now, chat? And genuinely, how good is Big G? Use cockpit cam and don't be boring. I actually do quite enjoy using cockpit cam. People just don't like watching it. That's why I don't. So we were 2/10 slower than Lawson. 7/10 slower than Stroll. Nobody's ever said that before. So we need to find over a second. It's quite weird now. Obviously, in this series, we've still got Jack doing in the game. Right. Let's just get back out there so I've got enough time to do 2 runs if I need to. Yeah, my voice did go quite high there. Right. Let's try and probably get a decent improvement then. If we can end up somewhere near Bortoleto, I'll be happy. Delta should be up now for those of you on the horizontal stream. So let's see.
We've dropped to P20.
I was actually offered a second rig fairly recently. Just remember, it's not flat. But like I said, I've just got no space for it. Unless I decided to convert the garage or something. Which I don't think Matt212 would let me do currently. Oh, God, this car is... Why does it feel worse on soft tyres? How is Big G handling this? I got no idea how I didn't get done for track limits. I mean, we're nearly a second up. Right, I'm going to leave it in 6th again, I think. I think that's the meta through Campsa. Doesn't bode well for the race, though. It does feel like it's on ice. That curb is horrible. You just don't know how aggressively you want to run through there. Sometimes actually braking more and being tidier is better. Right, come on. Use all of the remaining battery. Oh, I'm still having to blend. I don't trust it. I do not trust this car anymore. 13.2, though. We go P13. That's generally not bad, all things considered. But with Antonelli and Tsunoda behind me, surely you'd expect them to be able to go quicker. Oh. Last 2-1-2 needs a rig. That'd be quite funny. Yeah, I'm sure last 2-2 would love a rig. Right, I think we've got to go out again. I think we just... I mean, look at that. Bortoleto is still 4/10 quicker. And we've only got 3/10 over doing. I would expect cars to be able to improve. I think what I'll do, head out as late as I can, see if any of the AI go quicker, and then obviously if they don't, we'll bank the extra set of soft compound tyres. That's my goal. I was not using ERS, I don't think, through 3 and 4. At least not that I'm aware of. Oh, I've gone too early. I've gone too early, chat. This is a disaster. I'm basically going to have to do this run now. And hope that I can make it through Q2 on one set. If I've even got the speed. I don't want to let the tyres get too cold either. Right, let's go. Let's see what we can do. We'll probably be slightly down on the running towards that first corner. But as long as I can just, at least, as long as I can kind of see what Big G's doing. How on earth he's found an extra 4.5 tenths? There we go, that was a bit tidier. Come on. Come on. Oh, see, we're 3 tenths up already. Just by keeping it cleaner. I think I'm just going to push this lap. I need to get a good idea. Oh, that was better. There you go. Qualifying's over. Oh, so cars are improving. I don't know if we would be knocked out. I think we might have just maybe be safe. Yeah, Antonelli's in the drop zone. Are we? I don't even want to look. I don't want. Oh no, we're 15th. We're okay. So we would have made it, but only just. So I'm happy that we went out again. Final corner. Is it flat? He's done it. There we go. 4 tenths up as well. So that should put us top 10. 10th place, bang on in Q1. Oh, I haven't tweaked tyre temps, no. It's still not very good in this game. Online, it's fine, because obviously everybody's in the same boat. In career mode, the AI just don't struggle with it. So it's still broken. Oh, Jonty, that hurts, man. I know, I once lost to Oscar Piastri in a World Championship with a tiebreaker. He beat me on countback. That was painful. It was possible flat, but you lost half a tenth by not lifting. I guess I put too much steering lock in. Like, I was running such high throttle, but not keeping it fully flat out beforehand, that maybe it just was a bit worse. Yeah, it's Sainz there, P3 in a Williams. I guarantee you, Sainz and Fernando Alonso sometimes cook in Barcelona for some reason. I get it as their home Grand Prix, but either both of them cook or neither of them cook, which is a little bit weird as well. So who's out in Q1 then? Kimi Antonelli, Doohan, Gasly, Stroll and Lawson. I mean, apart from Kimi, that's not really a major shock for the others. I guess Doohan going quicker than Gasly is pretty good going. But yeah, Stroll, Lawson both also out. But both Saubers into Q2 again for the first time, I believe, since Jeddah? Maybe? I don't know. Sainz will get P2. I think, yeah, Countback was on P2s that season.
All right, let's have a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Right, come on then. Right, we've only got one real run then in Q2. So I think I don't really want to... I'm kind of want to keep the tyres at a fairly low percentage if I can. So I think we're just going to go out for one balls out run. Like, Bortoletto's way slower now. Everybody seems to be way slower. Right, come on. Oh, have you still got some of the emotes? Alright, what time are we aiming for then, ladies and gents? Out in Q2. So, currently it's a 13-0 by Piastri. Sainz looks to be through. Alonso looks to be through. Leclerc? An 11-8? Okay. Boy is cooking. Alright, we good? I think we're good. Yeah, we'll go. We'll just go. Gotta try and make sure that I get a good lap in now.
Right, that's us pushed down into P15.
Here's the thing though, like the British Grand Prix generally is pretty good for British drivers. I mean, Hamilton's won there so many times. Lando's now won there. George Russell's had a pole. It's not like Brazil or Australia where the homeboys seem to be cursed constantly. Right, we need a big lap here though, chat, if I want to make Q3. Big G and myself way down at the bottom of the order. This doesn't bode well. Well, I've got no delta, so we're just going to have to go for it. Balls to the wall. I think Leclerc's the only one that thinks he's fully safe. And who can blame him? Half a second clear. He's got to be so smooth with the inputs. Use a bit of battery up the hill. It's one of those horrible tracks where you've really got to be patient. where a lot of the corners are so long and flowing, you can't really overdrive it, otherwise you just lose time. Oh, don't get up on that sausage curb. Use a little bit more battery. Oh, Bortoletto almost made it. Just see that at the corner of my eye. Will we be able to go any quicker? I don't know what time we're chasing. I haven't looked at the delta or anything against some of our competitors. Don't run wide. It's felt like a pretty decent lap, but you won't know until we cross the checkered flag. Slight blend once again, nice and smooth on the steering. Is that through? Oh, yes! Oh! Happy with that one. Happy with that one. That felt hooked up. That was definitely quicker than we did in Q2, wasn't it? Yeah, the AI are a bit consistent around here. This is Barcelona. Look at that, chat. I mean, we almost went quicker than Ocon and Albon. But a couple of big shockers then. Hamilton out by just 0.04 of a second. Bortoletto, not really a shock that he's out, to his credit. He did do very well in Q1. Oscar Piastri out, though. That's a huge shock for the McLaren man. Alongside Behrman and Isaac Hadjar. So, we're getting a bit of a mixed-up grid here by the looks of it. We're doing pretty well. Piastri, I'm sure, will be devastated down in P13. I mean, he's slower than both Saubers. It's not even like he was close to making it. 0.4 out. He just never got the lap hooked up, I don't think. But a Haas through, a Sauber through, both Williams through, an Aston Martin through. So, McLaren only have one car. Mercedes only have one car. Ferrari only have one car. Williams have both in Q3. That's what we like to see. Yeah, Alonso P4, very good going. Tsunoda a third. Tsunoda sometimes cooks on this game. Sometimes he's great.
Okay, we seem to be having a few software issues at the moment. Sit tight for a few minutes while we.
So again, we're only
going to
have time. We're only going to have tyres to do one run, especially with a software issue early on. We're just going to go out there. We're going to try to enjoy it, I think. I don't think we'll go much quicker than a 12.6, and already AI are down to a 12.4. So if we end up any higher than last, it's going to be pretty good going, to be honest. I'm pretty, like, that lap in Q2 was sensibly everything I can get out of this car. So I think we've done well to make Q3, but I don't think we're going to go... I think we're going to end up all 3 sessions in 10th, probably. Unless I can find something crazy. Remember being Senna in the rain. Prime Senna on F1 23. I can't remember. What were the wet physics like on 23? Were the AI terrible? Was that the year where I won, like, my second ever race? Because the AI were terrible in the rain. Can't remember if that was 23 or 24. It can't have been 24. Oh, no, because it was... where? I don't know. I know there was one where I literally won, like, a debut race in one of the series. Wait, am I up in attack mode? I can't remember. There we go. I got it back up into hot lap pretty quickly. We shouldn't have lost much from that. Really just... I mean, it's all or nothing this lap, really. Not a lot else I can do. Come on. Horrible when the car just understeers a bit more than you were expecting. And you don't know whether to hesitate on the throttle or not. Especially around here where it's either tarmac or grass. Oh no, that might be... No, that's not invalidated.
To go.
Max has done an 11 flat. What is going on? Some rapid times coming in. Oh, I felt like I broke early there and still didn't get it slowed down. No idea how we're stacking up again. Not going to look at the delta. Just going to keep pushing. That was bad. That was bad. We're definitely ending up 10th here, aren't we? Right, get on the battery as early as I can. On the run to the line. Was that a 12.2? Okay, we'll take it. We'll take that. I'm genuinely happy with that. I feel like I'm getting some good laps in. Track seems to have ramped up quite a
Now
lot.
we have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
I mean, maybe I'm getting a little bit overconfident here, but I reckon we could have gone quicker than Sainz as well. Which, I guess Fernando Alonso is kind of best of the rest, isn't he, still? But that's pretty good going then. 5 cars from 5 different teams inside your top 5. Verstappen out of nowhere right at the end, finding loads of pace. So I think the track was just constantly ramping up. Leclerc will join him on the front row, though, ahead of Russell and Lando Norris. Alonso and Yuki on row 3. Just ahead of Sainz and myself, with Ocon and Albon. I think Alpine is the only team with both cars next to each other. I think that's how mixed up this grid is. That every other team is kind of a bit all over the show, which is kind of insane when you think about it. Yeah, an 11-0 for Verstappen is nuts. Absolutely nuts in that car. But a 12-2, I'm very happy with. Did anybody get the predictions right there? Someone did. Who got that one bang on? That's very good going. Let me have a look. It was DX and La Hangman. Fair play. Fair play to both of you. That is very good going. Chat, isn't it? Was I 700s up on Yuki at the end of Sector 2? Normally the AI are rapid through Sector 3. So I can't do a lot about that. Do I think Verstappen is the best driver of all time? He's up there. I still personally think Senna is the most naturally gifted F1 driver ever. You watch what Senna was able to do, and I just don't think anybody could quite match him. Can I do any upgrades, or is Big G just doing all of them now? Big G's doing all of them, apparently. There you go, then. That's good to know. I guess I'll do a durability one. Probably need to think about that. I mean, look how bad our durability is relative to everybody else. We have an awfully unreliable car. How is Alpine the most reliable? Make it make sense, chap. That's hilarious. Are we good to go, though? I think we're good to go, aren't we? I think we're ready. Are we ready? Am I forgetting anything? So, wet to dry race. That's going to be spicy. But I think we're good. I think we've got to do this, chat. I think we need to get on with it. Simo, thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. We've already luckily won Nico a couple of races this season, but I'd love to get him another podium. I think Lando now has got one hand on the World Championship. Las Vegas might change things around, but he's looked pretty confident recently, hasn't he? Mexico he dominated, and then Brazil. Lando does that thing where he's like, oh, I don't think we had the fastest car today. I think I just did well to hang on. You're kind of there going, you had everybody at an arm's length.
Welcome along, everyone.
I think
to
if he
sunny
needed to
Spain,
go quicker, he could
specifically
have.
to the circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya.
Bruins, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well, buddy.
Formula One history have been written at this very track.
It is
over the
Lando's to
years,
lose at this point.
including Michael Schumacher's first win for Ferrari back in '96. That win was in the rain. We might have better weather
the
here
last
today,
chicane in
but
Barcelona
we're
has
just
now
as
disappeared,
overjoyed to
luckily.
be at the Spanish Grand Prix.
Hey, welcome in,
It's
big
an
F1
updated
fan.
track at Catalunya,
You've come at just the
and
right
we
time.
welcome the removal of the chicane in the final sector.
Once again, though,
Shortening lap
people,
times
get your
and
predictions in.
reducing the total
If you're on
running to
Twitch, you can bet some
2.9
noggins. If you're on
miles
YouTube,
and
if you're on
14
Kick, if you're on
turns.
TikTok,
This was
let me
actually
know
the
your
original
predictions.
setup for
Or
the
come over
track,
to Twitch,
but it
bet some
hasn't been
noggins.
used
Win
since
more noggins if you get it right.
2007. It's
I'm
time
normally
to
a bottle
take a look
job.
at our starting grid for today's race.
Not basic crux. Welcome on in, buddy.
World champion Max Verstappen
Charles Leclerc
starts
for
from pole
2025
position,
world champion.
with Charles Leclerc
Isn't it now
alongside.
mathematically
Looking at
only the
rest of
McLarens and
today's
Max?
grid, we have
But I love the hopium.
Russell, Norris, Fernando Alonso, and Tsunoda.
I mean, it's really not raining
Sainz,
much. It could be a
Hulkenberg,
majority of this race is in
Ocon,
dries.
and Alex Albon. Bortoleto,
Hamraf92,
Piastri,
thank you for the follow. I hope you're doing well.
And Hadger. Doohan,
We are rooting for
Gasly,
Kimi, Lewis, Lando
Armstrong,
podium in Vegas.
and Liam
That would
Lawson.
be insane.
Hamilton,
I'd just love
and
to see
Andrea
Kimi get a
Kimi
podium
Antonelli rounds
because
off
he
the
can't
grid.
drink the champagne.
With preparations
Which would
almost
just be
complete,
quite funny.
Let's head down to the track. And alongside
Lance
me for
Stroll,
the first
world
time this
champion next
season
year.
here in the
I
commentary
would
box,
cry.
Naomi Schiff. Hello, Gnomes. Now, Ant, you always tell me you know Barcelona
Wait, there's a desert
almost
in
as well
Europe?
as you know the back of your hand. Given the amount of testing that goes on here and the amount
I
of
feel
laps
like I
that you and
genuinely
all
didn't
the
know
other
that.
drivers
That
have
might
done,
actually be an
what
F1
are
fact
the
in this game
challenges
that
that are left
surprises
when
me.
it comes to the race?
Unless they're
Well,
talking
this
about, like,
circuit
the
is a
Spanish
favourite track when it
exclaves in
comes to
Morocco.
testing, and I'll tell you why that is. It's because it offers up so much variation.
Just bet all my noggins
It's
on
got
you finishing
corners that are
P7 to
fast,
P9.
that are slow,
Could happen.
That are long, that are short. So there's a lot to think about and a lot to work with. But T9 is one of my personal favourites.
Piastri or Verstappen got a carry. I don't want Lando World Drivers Champion. I'm happy that at least Lando more recently is driving in a way that he, you know, at the moment, the way he's executing it, he deserves to be World Champion.
Okay,
But he's still
radio
not
check,
who I'd
radio
personally
check.
pick.
Radio check.
Grom,
Okay,
thank you for the
here
follow.
we go. I know what you can do.
Welcome,
Don't let
welcome,
me
welcome.
down.
Yeah, Kimi wouldn't be legally allowed to drink the champagne in the US. That's why that would be funny. Right, so looking at it then, it's going to be Inters at the start. I'm going to run loads of extra fuel because this car's a heavy drinker. I think we're going to run, I'm not going to say the number. We're actually going to run 68.9 laps worth of fuel, just so you guys can't meme me. But I think we're ready. I think I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident. I don't want to run any more wing. I'm feeling happy with where the car's at. We've just got to keep it clean and tidy on the run into turn 1. The car is going to be loose and lively early on, so I'm going to have to concentrate. Let's see if we can get a good start, though, for the Spanish Grand Prix. Oh, come on. Yuki's not done well. That might immediately mean he's under pressure. Might not be anywhere for us to go. Oh, Sonoda. What's he doing? Yuki! Just driving a straight line, man. It's not that difficult. Ah! Oh, no. No. How on earth have I slowed that down? We're still 3 wide. I'll take the places I gain there. No! Luckily, that hasn't done any damage. What is that from Fernando? Home hero immediately swipes me. I mean, I barely had the car there, to be fair, but it's lap 1. Everybody's got to be trying to take a punt, haven't you? I mean, this barely looks like Inters. This is barely intermediate conditions. I don't mind Barcelona's main straight, mainly because it's quite long. It's definitely a much better track now without the chicane, because you can actually do something with the front straight. But yeah, we are definitely... I don't think this car's that good in the rain. I think it's going to be a struggle early on. I'm probably hoping that it dries out. But we gained a couple of spots though off the start. Yuki went backwards. But I just want to score points today. We haven't scored points recently. Oh, I need to be down in hot lap mode. Sorry, in off, don't I? Oh, it just has not got the rotation through the corners. Here comes Sainz though. I mean, they're battling up in front. I think we can match Fernando. Once I've got the tyres in, once I feel a bit more confident, I think we can match Fernando. Of course, the problem is you go out and the AI know exactly where the grip is. I mean, there's already a bit of a dry line. I would describe this circuit currently as mildly moist. I think is the best way I can describe it. Grammy, thank you for the follow. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's definitely mildly moist.
Use your overtake button more.
It's
time to
not time
utilise
for
some of this
dries
energy.
yet.
Come on.
There's a bit too much slip. Especially if it's meant to just keep raining.
ETA on this rain clearing
Okay.
up in about 10 minutes, so just keep your concentration out there. You're
It is
doing well.
really
We're
not gonna rain
certain
for
which
much
is the best tyre right now, dries or inters.
Surely it's not ready for dries yet. It is not ready for dries yet, game. I wonder if anybody opted to start on dries. Maybe a Bearman, like he did back in back in Shanghai, has opted for the gamble. It's not time for dries, surely.
The car behind
I'm doing
is
really well,
dropping
thanks,
back by
Granny.
about 3/10 a lap. Well done.
I'm under a bit too much pressure from Carlos Sainz early on. But again, this is normally a race, like I said, where the two Spaniards cook. So there's maybe not a lot we can do. Yeah, nowhere near dry times yet. We need to be, like, down in, like, the 118s, 119s, I think. Oh, no. I was reading a message. Matt212's had a couple of issues today. That was a silly slip-up.
Okay, slot in behind and try to keep up with them. There might be an opportunity to take the place back.
I don't think I've ever heard Mark say that in this game. I don't think I've ever heard that voice line before. Interesting. I'm hopefully not one of Matt212's issues today. No, we're just getting a little bit worried about how she's gonna fare getting home later on. Especially if this rain keeps getting worse and worse. That's the only thing we're looking at. So I think she might try and leave work slightly early, just so she can brave the storm. A girl behind me. Sorry? Someone breaking into my house, are they? No, it's not about... Like, it's just more that how bad is the motorway going to be and stuff like that. I think that's the real problem. Ashlor, thank you for the primer, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
10 minutes left of this rain, then we think it's going to dry up. 10 minutes.
These are the horrible conditions where the AI have just got so much more grip. Like, I know, obviously, they've made it a lot better, but they still sometimes can be a little bit too OP still in the intermediate conditions. I'm hoping, though, as it starts to dry up, we might be able to fly along. I think it's a bit difficult to say what the 2026 regs are going to be like until we've actually seen them at the moment. Nobody really knows what's going to happen yet, do they? Oh, come on. I mean, Max isn't really improving by much each time. He is going a little bit quicker, but he's not finding loads. So track isn't ramping up rapidly or anything like that. Olivia, thank you for the follow as well. I hope you're doing well.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Whoa. Come on. Well, this is the thing, like, we don't know how the new regs are going to work. Like, Gillen's video might be fairly accurate, it might be terrible. Grimmy, thank you for the tier 1 sub as well, buddy. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I'm not reading chat as much as I should be. I'm just trying to keep this car on the island early on. I think this is going to be a weird old race. So I'm just trying to focus up as best as I can. Woo. Oh, come on. Don't understeer. I don't want to get penalties and warnings. We are currently 7th in the Drivers' World Championship, massively helped by 2 wins so far this season. We won the opener out in Australia through a very well-timed red flag, and then we won Jeddah because it's one where the AI suck. Yeah, so Verstappen is improving, but just not by much. But he's still the pace setter at the moment. I mean, we're losing close to 2 seconds a lap to him. This is also one of those races that Verstappen often just goes nuts and just runs away from everybody. Yeah, I'm trying to be Prime Senna, except for I am not. Like, Russell seems to be the only one that can even hold a candle to Max early on. But yeah, this is one of those races where often you see Max go into what I like to call max attack mode, where basically he's near impossible to beat. Although I'm pretty certain when we did this race in the Hamilton career mode, he got disqualified, didn't he? He span out here and just parked it and got DQ'd, which is quite funny. If Stroll somehow wins this race, chat, I will eat my shoe. And you best believe if he's in a scenario where he's going to win it with a couple of laps to go, I will be taking him out. Get that clipped as much as you like. If Lance Stroll wins this race, I will eat one of the shoes on my feet. I mean, we're seemingly similarly pacing to Yuki, but Sainz is pulling away. Oh, Piastri's through now. He'll be quick. Piastri's just trying to get a bad qualifying forgotten about, isn't he?
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please.
I would go fork
5
and knife for eating a shoe, I think, if we cross that bridge. This is my job, you'll be happy to know. I create sim racing content full-time. So, yes, at 2 PM on a Friday afternoon, I'm doing my job. I've been a full-time sim racing content creator for over 3 years now. That's worrying. I'm old, chat. How was that 3 years ago? Yeah, I must admit, it's pretty good. It's pretty good fun. I mean, it's something I've always been passionate about, something I've always loved doing. So be able to do it as a full-time job is pretty nice. I think we're going to lose a spot to Piastri pretty soon. Not that I really think he's my fight today, but you never know. I'm not just going to let him by, but if he gets a run on me, I'm not going to fight it. Maybe he's the one man that can stop Max Verstappen. I mean, depending on how long these conditions stay as they are, Max might genuinely lap us today. How do you live off being a full-time when you have a small following? I have nearly 150,000 subscribers over on YouTube, on just one channel, which massively helps out. Like, this genuinely isn't me trying to flex numbers or anything, but I've got nearly 150k on YouTube, 170k on TikTok. Twitch is something I'm trying to build up now that I've finally got good enough internet to, but it is still a work in progress. This is why I'm trying to kind of do more streams. Because the amount of times I get people that come in that go, oh, I never knew you streamed. I've watched your stuff for years. It's quite funny. So I'm trying to stream more and more to get more eyes on it. Yeah, exactly. Twitch isn't my main platform. There you go. So Mark thinks it's worth staying on these tyres. That normally means that it's time to switch. But I don't think just yet. I haven't got that many channels. Well, how many have I got? Matt212, Matt212 Clips, Matt212 Racing, Matt212 Gameplay, Matt212 Rally, Matt212 Plays, Matt212 iRacing, Matt212 Oval Racing, Matt212 Motorsport, Matt212 Volts. I think that's all of them. And Knowing Wheel, I guess. Yeah, Oscar's getting there, but he's just not getting a run. It's the problem. Like, if he gets fully alongside, then I'll just blend off. Oh, DRS enabled?
Weather's changing now. You might want to review our strategy.
Okay. That seems interesting. It's still raining. Ugh, Oscar. That seems like a very odd time to suddenly decide it's ready to switch. What do we feel? Hearts? I'm going to see what the AI do. Because I reckon we could still be a lap or two out. I'm not convinced this time just yet. YouTube. I've had a YouTube channel for like 10 years. It took about 3 years before I got any kind of real traction on it. But yeah, YouTube was always the platform I was most passionate about. Everybody's in, chat. Everybody's in.
Got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
I think I'm going to stay out one more, honestly. This might be a really stupid idea, but we're not getting that much of a crossover, are we? So what we're going to do, I'm going to compare our pace to Max. There he is. So he's come out on dries, I'm still on inters. We'll basically be able to know now whether I'm quicker than him or not. As Bortoletto's opted to stay out, So Sauber put all their eggs in the staying out basket. And based on how much we pull out of him through turn 1, might not have been a bad call.
Adjust your ERS mode and your MFD if you need to.
Purple. Oh, it's definitely... Yeah, it's time. It's time. That's fine. I would rather be 1 lap too late than 1 lap too early with a switch this way around. I mean, Max isn't going much quicker than me. In fact, he's not going any quicker than me. I would just rather have the AI clear up more of a dry line for us. Yeah, we're actually quicker than Max.
Okay, I think it might just be about time to come and change these tyres.
Is it time yet, Mark? This is what I'm wondering now. We've pulled out like half a second on him. We're definitely still a little bit quicker. Yeah, look at that. The gap's still going up. No, we've got a little bit of wheel spin through there, though. I reckon that's the sign. As soon as you get a bit of wheel spin because the inters can't grip up, that's when you know it's time. Oh, nice and easy.
Okay,
I reckon that we've
Gabriel's
done
in
pretty
the
well
pits.
taking the extra
Gabriel
lap.
is in the pits
Oh, why
now.
did Bortoletto follow me, chat? Hopefully he won't get held up too badly. We might not have gained anything out of that, but I don't think we've lost anything by going 1 lap extra.
Right, let's go. Come on. That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting. You only have to stop once.
I don't want to
now.
wait
One
until
stop
Max goes past me. There you go. See, we gained about a second from that. And obviously now everybody else knows where the grip is. I don't quite yet. But it's... I mean, we're back ahead of Piastri, so it's worked out really nicely. Oscar's now got to try and find his way around me again.
That's Sonoda just ahead. Come on, push hard. We can't let them hold us up for too long, so let's try
It's
and get
now
past
about
as
just
soon as
sticking on the
possible.
dry
Crack
line
on.
as best
Push,
as you
push.
can. Like we saw in Brazil in Creator Series. It's just about trying to keep the car almost on a tram track, but everybody... Oh, actually, Max wasn't on hards, was he? So a lot of people are just trying to go long now, but not everyone. Why is Sonoda struggling so badly?
This is our true position. We're on the same strategy. They've pitted as well as us, so warm up your tyres and make the most of this stint. Yeah, really good job on hitting that target, mate. Nice work. Still a long way to go, though.
I mean, we ran slightly wide after we'd done the move, but Yuki basically let me through there. That was a bit peculiar. Okay, I guess we're up 1 though. Final couple of corners are getting closer to being flat. Oh, definitely not there yet though.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Max was on hards, was he? Okay. Yeah, Bortoletto was unlucky in Brazil, man. But he got Lance Strolled. Ugh, and that's a shame. So I think honestly now, kind of once we've got through that initial period, now it's just about everybody's going to be settling in. It's really going to come down to race pace. I mean, Bortoletto's still in 11th, so I think it worked out still well for him, even though he got a little held up behind us. But like I said, literally my goal today is try and get this Sauber back in the points. Which at a track like Barcelona, I'm pretty happy with, if we can. But there's still a long old way to go. I quite like Fanatec. I still use a lot of their products. The main reason I still use Fanatec is because it works on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Which works well for me, because like I play different games and stuff. If you're just on PC, I would say there now probably are better, slightly cheaper alternatives. But it's still pretty good. I quite like it. Did I race you in the new survival mode, did I, Aaron? So I'm currently live on lots of different platforms, so I'm reading chat elsewhere. So if you ever think I'm answering a question that you can't see, it's probably been asked somewhere else. Either that or I'm losing my marbles. Are we quicker than Sainz? I feel like we're going pretty well at the moment. Ah, fair enough. Good racing with you, Aaron. As long as you weren't the guy that deliberately took me out in Kota, everybody else was alright to race against. A Verstappen and Vettel pairing would probably be disastrous for Sebastian Vettel.
3.3 seconds.
People aren't ready for that conversation, but Vettel would probably get obliterated. Especially now he's been at the sport for a few years. Like, people kind of, like, yeah, Red Bull Vettel was formidable, but that was also 15 years ago. 10 years ago. He would not have a fun time.
By 7.3 seconds.
If you're struggling with the stream on YouTube Shorts, refresh your browser, or, alternatively, come over to Twitch. YouTube Short streams, for some reason, often break. So either F5, or come to Twitch. There's no issues elsewhere, I don't think. Pace feels pretty good. Car now we're in the dries, feels alright. We're pretty much matching Sainz in front. And that Williams is good round here. I'm really just trying not to think about the laps too much. I'm just trying to stay out of trouble. Ugh.
Use your overtake button for more power. We need to
That was
push.
suboptimal. Yeah, I think Alonso's still a bit quicker than me. Yeah, lap times are definitely improving. We're getting down towards dry pace. Kind of normal dry weather. Which is good. There is an issue with Twitch. The streamer has not done a big bottle. It's what we come to see. I'm sure it'll happen at some point. So, I think then, with Piastri jumping Yuki behind, maybe our game plan is, if Piastri's quicker than me, let him through and try and get him to drag me on towards Sainz. I think if we could stick in Piastri's DRS, that would be useful.
Seconds.
But it's kind of nice now, after I felt like we were struggling to keep up with the AI, to at least kind of feel like I've got a bit of speed. I still don't think the Sauber is well suited to this venue on this game. But I feel like we're doing okay. He says. It's always difficult to kind of compare pairings in different generations. The sad thing is I always really liked Mark Webber, but ultimately 2010 he bottled it, and then he never got used to the Pirelli tyres. That's why he ended up quitting when he did. He wasn't that old when he gave Formula 1 up. It was just he could not get used to those tyres. Yeah, we lost a lot of time there through... It's just the little mistakes that cost you a couple of tenths here and there. You just know the AI aren't going to do. Or very rarely. So then you're like, oh, I need to push more to try and get closer. Oscar's definitely a little bit quicker, but I don't think he's any quicker than Sainz. Very tricky to work out. Oh, McLaren Shadow, I didn't even realise. Thank you for the raid earlier on. I apologise. I didn't even see that one. I was concentrating too much. Yeah, we're on maxed out AI. Parsavelli, thank you for the follow as well. Overtake button is not set the same as DRS. They are two separate buttons. Because there's a lot of places where you want to use overtake, but you won't be able to use DRS.
The gap to the car ahead is increasing by a few tenths per lap.
So, Webber broke his leg in a cycling crash. I believe at the end of 2008, I want to say. I think it was after the 2008 season. It was definitely after the 2008 season had ended. So he wasn't sure if he was going to be able to race early on in 09. but then obviously won his first Grand Prix that year. And then obviously 10 was his only real shot at a championship, where he binned it in Korea late on. Yeah, he broke his leg a couple of years beforehand. Yeah, Piastri's quicker than me. But then again, so is Sainz at the moment, so I think we're just beginning to... Again, the Sauber's weaknesses are beginning to rear their ugly head. Yeah, there you go. Webber broke his leg November. So it must have been right after the season ended. He finished the final Grand Prix and immediately went out and broke his leg, basically.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 4.7
J45, thank you for the follow as well. Right, here goes Piastri then. I mean, we've still got good pace over Yuki. We're putting away from Ocon a bit further back as well. The only other one, of course, is that we've still got Hamilton and maybe Antonelli trying to fight their way through. But if I can now stick to Piastri's gearbox, even just for a little while, and gain a bit of time back, that'll be good. But honestly, Piastri looks rapid. I think I've just got to be pushing a little bit more at the moment. I think we're kind of underdriving the car maybe a bit too much. But as I've said before, this Sauber, you cannot overdrive it. Otherwise, it immediately just gives up on you. So sometimes you kind of feel a bit helpless. There's only really one battle going on as well in front, and that's between Russell and Leclerc. Verstappen's gone in this race. Like I said, there's a real possibility that Verstappen will lap us this happening. It's just one of those races where he's nuts. Yeah, Stroll broke his wrist, didn't he, before 2023?
6.6 seconds.
This is always the thing with having a Stroll and Alonso lineup, is if you'd had like a Russell or a Hamilton or a Leclerc, or even a Verstappen in that Aston Martin, could it have won races? How good is Fernando Alonso nowadays, chat? This is the real question. Is it just that Stroll's terrible and Alonso's okay? Is it that Alonso's still very good and Stroll's mediocre? Where do we actually feel they are? Alonso 2026 World Champion. Maybe. You just don't know. Oh, we're going to lose DRS now. That lasted long. Come on. Drain some battery.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Alright, stick with him. Oh, I don't want to leave it in fourth. Come on. Yeah, we've lost it. We've lost it. That's annoying. Just a bit too quick for us. Alonso, rookie world champion. The Aston Martin in-game is one of the best cars in slow speed. It's actually got one of the highest downforce figures in the game. That's why it's terrible in a straight line. With realistic performance in Creator Series, the Aston would probably be the worst car for me to drive. Because I already like running high-wing setup. That's why, like, the Ferrari's a pretty good car for me. I don't actually know what I'm in yet. This is what I mean. It's so difficult to kind of work out where Fernando really ranks anymore. Oscar, a little bit of a wobble there. Heard a spike in revs up in front. Yeah, track is definitely basically fully dry now, I think. Hey, welcome in, Taser. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Oh, I do enjoy Creator Series. It's definitely got its problems, though. It wasn't what I expected going into it. That's the main thing I'll say. what, like, before kind of looking at it from the outside, I just thought it was a lot more casual. It is incredibly sweaty. It's also, behind the scenes, incredibly toxic, which is sometimes quite funny. Other times, you're kind of like, great. It's also just, I think, it's 6 PM on a Saturday. Like, I mean, I'm talking to other content creators here, and I understand that you guys are going to say, well, you're playing at 3 PM on a Friday. 6 PM on a Saturday night, like, it's just such an awkward time. It basically means you can't plan anything on a Saturday evening, because it goes on too late. And it's just a bit of a... because it's right splat bang in the middle of your weekend. That's the thing with it. And especially, like... obviously, especially when we get in the flyaway season of Formula 1. Like, Brazil last weekend, it gets pushed back and delayed because of qualifying. All this, that, and the other. It's just a bit frustrating.
Okay,
I have no idea what lap I'm going to pit on. Tyre wear seems to actually be very, very good here so far. Oh, it's an incredibly sweaty league. I think people genuinely underestimate how quick some of the guys are in there. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be as sweaty as it is. Toast with a bit. Thank you, buddy. I hope you're well. Who do you think wins a race first out of all the rookies? Probably Antonelli, I think. But you just think, like, if Lando had had a mechanical failure in Brazil, Antonelli would have won. Oh, first warning. That's annoying. At exactly 1/3 distance. I mean, we seem to be able to keep up with Sainz now, pretty much, again. It's just we're losing ground to Piastri. We're gaining on Yuki, though. And Hamilton's closing in. The pace here, because the grid was fairly mixed up, it's very difficult to keep tabs on. I'm just trying to drive as quick as I can. Behrman could win. That'd be great. I'd love to see Behrman win in a Haas. I'd love to see Haas at the very least get a podium, man. That'd be so sick. Yeah, what have you ordered, Kirk? I've got a few random bits of F1 merch. Like I say, I've got the Alpine top, the McLaren top, that was kindly provided to me. I've mainly got hats. I've just got a huge amount of hats. I've got like 30 racing hats. I think I've got one for every team. Or like every team in a previous guise. I would still believe in Jack Dewey. Not even joking. Who would Dewey even come back with? Maybe Bortoletto, if Audi like suddenly came out the woodwork next year. That'd be quite funny. I think winning a Grand Prix is always special. If you're having issues still with a YouTube stream, come over to Twitch. Or just refresh it. Sometimes YouTube short streams can be a bit broken. Am I like stoned or something?
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by.
It's sometimes a YouTube issue. It's very annoying because it's very inconsistent. He's doing off to Super Formula, is he? I want to see Calais Rovanpera do well. That's who I want to watch. So Hamilton's closing in then. So he'll probably get us. And this is the thing, we're basically matching Sainz's pace. One lap I go a little bit quicker, next lap I'm a little bit slower. But we're not really doing anything to really get close to him. The only other thing I am considering, chat, is would a no-stop be possible? I don't think so. Oh, sorry, a one-stop. Just obviously stay on these hards to the end. I think the wear is a bit too high to make that happen. Oh, I do run proper tyre. I do run tyre temps. No, I don't. Ignore me. Wait, yes I do. Do I? No, I just run carcass, don't I? Not surface. Ignore me. So I think we're going to have to pit once more. We were kind of helped in this race that the first 10-15 laps were done on inters. So it's kind of meant that the one-stop should be a lot more viable from there. Or effectively a two-stop, sorry, not a three-stop. It basically just means the one-stop's a lot easier for people. I mean, Verstappen is already, like, over 30 seconds in front. So I guess we got that to think about, that I probably won't do the extra lap. Unless we get, like, a red flag or something. I think you could probably take hards from here to the end. But I think, yeah, we'll probably have to box sort of about lap 45 and go to a set of mediums. Is my guess. We qualified 8th in the end. I'm still 8th now, actually. We made up a few places off the start, but we struggled in the intermediate conditions. I think we just had a bad lap. I was going to say, I don't actually think Yuki is that much quicker than me. This feels like an old school F1 race, if everybody's just kind of in their own pocket. Looks like Big G's lost a place to Antonelli. But we're kind of waiting on something interesting on track. It's quite an interesting race looking at the numbers at the moment, though. Is Colapinto the best rookie based on skill? No. He's the best rookie based on how on earth you keep your seat scoring 0 points. But then again, he's the only... Well, him and Doohan are the only rookies in that conversation. And Doohan hasn't kept his seat.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 3.1 seconds.
So I would have thought the AI as well will probably be doing the same strat as me. Go type mediums with like 20, 25 to go. I can't see them doing anything too different. You gotta be careful with the curves. I bet Herta will win in F1 before Colapinto. Could happen. I don't think I'll ever see Colapinto win a race though, will we? Can Norris win the title? It's now Norris's title to lose.
Clear track in front of us, and let's make the best of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap.
Oh, Yuki is getting quicker, man. Yuki's just finding a bit more speed all of a sudden. Hamilton seems to be struggling again. Very weird, the pace is just ebbing and flowing. That doesn't help. It's just if you get one wheel out on that yellow curb, immediately wants to throw the car in. Who is the best rookie based on skill? Maybe controversial. I might still argue Antonelli. I think Hajar's been the biggest surprise. But I think the big thing for me still with Antonelli is that Australia, only rookie to finish. Silverstone would have been the only rookie to finish had Hajar not rear-ended him. I think he's still got a bit more innate kind of natural talent than any of the other
Great
rookies.
stuff, mate. You hit the target well there. Nice one. There's a long way to go in this race, though, so keep your head down.
Yeah, if Hamilton doesn't improve next year, I think Behrman might replace him for 27. I just want to reliably be taking a 10th or 2 out of sights. I think it's just too difficult. Especially when I just have little slip-ups here and there. Like, I don't actually feel our pace is that bad. It's just the little errors that all add up. Plus, I'm getting a little bit nervous that Antonelli now is moved through. So he might start cooking as well. We might be in a Sauber trying to defend from a Ferrari, a Red Bull and a Mercedes. And that's probably quite a tall order. I'm just going to keep trying to drive as fast as I can, sensibly. Ferrari should sack Lewis before 26. He's on average now, since the summer break, less than a 10th off Leclerc. Why on earth would they get rid of him? Plus, they'd have to do a ridiculously large payout. I've got the 8 Newton meter boost kit. But I normally have the base running anywhere between about 6 and 7. We need 37 qualifying laps. I would definitely crash.
So gap to the car ahead.
Oh, there you go. Bye, Mark. Lovely having you for the first part of this race. Mark's gone, chat. He's had enough. I'm impressed he made it this far. Can you name any driver that had a podium in his debut season, but only scored 1 win in his career, but a total of 32 podiums? 1 win, 32 podiums. John Lacey? Oh, there you go. I'll take that one. I'm happy with that. I was just trying to think of people that won one race. My toss-up was either Jean Alesi or Robert Kubica. Are the only two I think fill that criteria. Even somewhat. But then I was like, there's no way Kubica got that many podiums. I think 2026 will kind of decide what Oscar does further down the road. If he believes that kind of McLaren are all too much for Lando, then he might decide to go elsewhere. But obviously he's locked in for a big deal, so he'll need to make sure that somebody else really wants him, because they'll have to buy him out of that contract. Ralf Schumacher won more than one race. Hannes, yeah, could have been another one, but he didn't get that many podiums either. But he was another one-win wonder. This might generally be a race that comes down to the strategy. Like, how early do you pit to go mediums to the end? The safety cars, red flags could still spice it up as well, I guess. Yeah, Yuki's getting a little bit quicker. Hamilton's now starting to up the ante again. Ooh, I don't get a warning. If Schumacher, had he stayed at Merck, Lewis wouldn't have gone there. What's mad to think, though, is obviously if Schumi had stayed for 2013 and 14, is he would have won races. But whenever Schumacher decided he was going to retire, then Lewis would have replaced him anyway, probably. Alex Smith, thank you for the follow. I hope you're doing well. Do you think next year will be a straight swap between Tsunoda and Hadjar? I don't know still. They seem to be kind of more hesitant now on bringing Lindblad up, to be honest. I think if Lindblad can cook in Qatar and Abu Dhabi, that he might still get the call up. And then it might be Yuki that, like, goes to Aston Martin as their reserve or something. What? I've had an ERS fault? What's that? Oh, and I've got no Mark to tell me about it. I've got no battery, chat. Oh, this is a disaster. But sometimes, after the ERS fault, it makes you OP. It gives you way more battery than you should ever have access to afterwards. So I'll have to wait and see, but I'm hoping this doesn't allow Yuki to get in the range. Mark has gone on vacation, sadly. He's picked an inopportune time. He's gone to the Spanish south coast for a couple of days in the sun. Ugh. Oh, Yuki might get in the range. Come on. When are they going to fix this? I've only ever had this once or twice in this game. It's very weird. But it's absolutely screwed us, especially in a race where the pace is so tight. It has absolutely screwed me. Because that's another couple of seconds that I'll probably never close back in on sites. And like, there's not even going to be much I can do to defend from Yuki here. Oh, there we go, it's back. I've got a full charge though, which I guess is good. But now I've got Yuki right up my trumpet. Don't think we're going to be able to get away from him, are we? Ugh. Come on. See if we can try and get away, but I don't think it's going to happen. So what happens sometimes after you have the ERS temporary failure is it actually recharges the pack way more than it should. So sometimes you end up actually getting access to more battery throughout the rest of the Grand Prix. If it happens at an opportune enough time, it can actually benefit you long term. So that's what I'm kind of hoping for. Yeah, if I go like that, Mark might come back. There you go.
Clear. Weather is looking good for now. Okay,
Mark's
dry
back,
seems
ladies and
like the
gents.
best tyre for now.
He's back from his summer holiday. Right, come on. Ugh. I've got to be so careful now, otherwise we'll get a penalty. Just a couple of little errors through Campsa. I don't think the battery is recharging too quickly. I don't think we've been lucky with it today. Maybe, I don't know. I just don't think Barcelona is a particularly bad track for battery usage anyway, generally. Right, are we closing in on sites now? That's what I'm interested in. Is this going to help us gain a bit more on sites? Or is it just because I'm pushing more? Gap's back down to 7.5. New PB as well.
Gap to your teammate behind, 14.2 seconds.
So apparently we're going to get Miami, aren't we? The V-Car Miami livery. And another one. But I don't know which one. I just don't want to go behind Yuki because I don't think we're slow enough.
Ahead, 5.7 seconds.
I'm just having to use too much battery to try and keep him at bay. I just feel like we're so evenly paced that I just don't want to get screwed over. Because no, my luck, he'll go through and then spend the next 3 laps spinning and stuff. Verstappen, there's a fair chance come the end of Vegas he'll be out of the championship mathematically. Thing is, I've got a feeling Verstappen's going to get taken out in Vegas. I've just got like a sense it'll end up being like an Austria or something.
We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on
Oh,
the
pulling away from Hamilton again. And luckily, I don't think Antonelli's going to be much of a threat. So I think, yeah, I want to take these hards to, what, like lap 45? And then we'll go medium to the end. That's the plan. Don't think, yeah, there's not a chance these are going to do another 30 laps. I don't think. Maybe. It wouldn't be fun. Oh, there you go. Verstappen, you know, the new fastest lap. Yeah, I can't sensibly actually take these cars to the end, can I? Just rebought F1 2019? Interesting. like I've always said, F1 2019 is a really odd one for me because I never actually played it that much. That was the weird year where I basically all but given up with YouTube. Like, I've genuinely got COVID to thank for kind of being able to do this now. If it weren't for COVID, I probably wouldn't be making content anymore.
Okay, gap to the car in front.
Hey, congrats, DX.
4.9 seconds.
Right, is Yuki gonna have me? He's gonna get there and then just be a wuss on the brakes. But we are going quicker than Sainz and Oscar. This is very confusing. Oh, come on, Yuki, don't bother with that, man. If you're gonna get there. Otherwise, there's no point just lazily sticking the nose in. You're gonna get swiped if you do that. There we go. The stream is frozen, but I'm still talking. What on earth is going on with the YouTube short format stream today? Very weird.
Sauber driver's stopping now.
What? I'm the Sauber driver. There you go. So AI are in then.
In this lap, in this lap. Push
So
now.
we're going to come out right with Russell and Leclerc. A lot of them are double harding. Okay. Leclerc's gone medium. Seems aggressive from here. If we could keep up with Russell, that would be good. Don't think it's going to happen. But gaining a couple of spots temporarily. It is YouTube short format after all. It does sometimes break. The only annoying bit is I was hoping we'd get to 15k on Matt212 gameplay today. We ticked over 15k on Matt212 Racing earlier on in the week. So I was like, oh, it would be nice if we got both of them to 15k. And normally the short streams, you gain like a good 100 subscribers or so when I do this. So, would have been nice. Yeah, I haven't claimed the new Sauber livery yet. I don't think it's too different to this one.
Box this lap, please. Box
At least
this
not
lap.
from this camera angle. But yeah, I probably ought to at some point. Oh, come on. Am I going to stay? Oh, I'm not quite going to be in a second, am I? That's annoying. 1.0 to George. Yuki's pitting though, so is Sainz. So is Lando, so we're going to be up to 4th then.
ERS is low, ERS is low. Consider changing mode on your MFD or lift a little
You've
with
got to go
gentle
through the
braking
all-new
into
survival
corners to
game
recharge
mode
it.
to unlock the new liveries. It's a bit of a ball ache. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to have to pit soon. But I just want to have a bit of an advantage towards the end. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think... Hopefully we won't get undercut too much. But honestly, I think if we could keep Yuki and Lewis at bay anyway by the end, it was probably going to be a bit of a miracle. I think sensibly we're looking for a P10, aren't we? I'm just surprised we've had no DNFs yet. I don't even think we've had a yellow flag in this race, really. Maybe the one on lap 1 for me. So there you go, Verstappen's pit and he's still coming 25 seconds ahead of us. So it's going to be close whether I get lapped by Max or not today. I think he might just. Tyres are starting to get a little bit more slidey. So just got to manage them. There you go, Leclerc, new fastest lap of the day.
The car in front is a second
Frederick, thank you for the follow,
1
buddy.
second.
And SX. Oh, why is there blue flags? What are you doing? Move, please. Come on, Lance. Don't do this. What's he doing? Thank you. I think. Maybe. Yeah. That cost us a fair chunk of time. I haven't stacked it yet, Bradson. That's the key there. I haven't stacked it yet. Right, are these guys just going to sit up my bottom now, are they? Is that their plan? I never unlocked that Haas Japanese livery. I just completely forgot about it. So I've got the new Ferrari one. I want to get the V-Carb Miami one at some point. But the Sauber one just looks like someone sneezed on it. Which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, I'm not going to go hard, so we're going to go mediums. But we lost a second and a half there to George, mainly because of the lap traffic being in the way. And you just can't risk it around them. They'll break at such peculiar moments. But I don't know what the gap is to Yuki. I think Yuki's going to undercut me. Hopefully we'll come out near Lewis. But of course we should be way quicker towards the end. That's kind of what I'm banking on. Hoping we'll have fresher, softer tyres than Yuki and able to carry the momentum. It's a bit of a gamble at this stage, but hopefully not too much. And obviously if you got like a safety car or a red flag, that would be perfect. I don't think that's going to happen. Here comes Norris. Should have let him by so I could have had the DRS into T1, I think. Yeah, I could have tried to be a bit cheeky there, got Lando sorry to give me a tow, but I'm just trying to drive consistently. That's all I'm really worried about.
Okay, gap to the car ahead.
So new season of Career Mode goes live this evening. So you'll find out my new car then. It should be pretty obvious though if you look at the poll we ran. Hey, welcome in, Chris. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Yeah, I think we've got to dive in. I think we're losing a bit too much now. 24 laps on a set of mediums, that should be doable, shouldn't it? When we haven't had the tyre wear warning light on these yet. And obviously we're on less fuel, everything else. We are definitely getting through more fuel though now. I mean, Oscar's actually lost out loads to Yuki as well. What on earth is going on? I'm going to take these one more lap, I think. I mean, Stroll, I think, has lapped. Stroll's about to get lapped by Fernando. I'll probably do an Alpine series for a different career mode, though, at some point. That's my plan with Alpine. I've basically got a plan for a series with every single team. Whoa, inside F1 25. I've already done a Hamilton career mode at Ferrari. I'm doing a George Russell career mode. Oh, come on. Down at Mercedes. Obviously, I've ticked off Aston Martin and Red Bull. I haven't done anything, I guess, with McLaren yet, but there's not really a lot you can do there. And I've got plans for basically every other team. Oh, that makes that a bit more undrivable. Alpine, your favourite car this year? It's awful! How can you like the Alpine? Ugh. Right, I think we've done pretty well then on these hards. They're starting to feel a little bit too skatey. But we'll dive in onto mediums to the end. I'll really try and push the pit lane entry. That was pretty good on entry. So, I think we'll come out behind Yuki. I'm hoping we'll either be with Lewis or just behind him. We should be ahead of Antonelli, though. But we're doing all right. We're doing all right at this stage. We'll bolt on a set of mediums to get us to the finish, hopefully.
Okay, let's go.
We're going to be a little bit behind Lewis, actually.
Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Pit strategy complete.
Right. Even if we just finish here, I'll still be happy. But we'll wait and see. Oh, there's no grip. Cold tyres, everything like that. Easy. Get him up to speed. So we lost, yeah, about 10 seconds to Yuki.
Okay, Nico, we want to make sure we're saving
But he's
some
looked
ERS,
quicker.
so let's try and charge it up now.
Yuki has looked quick on that set of mediums. But of course, his tyres should fall off by the end. That was why I didn't want to pit when all the AI did. Because they might either stop again, or they're going to struggle for pace. I'm hoping pitting this much later will give us a clear-cut advantage. Even if it's just by a few tenths a lap. We've got 7 seconds over Antonelli as well.
Mate, great stuff. You hit that target. That sets us up nicely for the rest of this race.
Oh, that curve either grips you in or just throws you out, doesn't it? It's one or the other. So that lap then, we took about 2 tenths out of Yuki. Thoughts on Assetto Corsa Rally? Loving it. Great fun. There just needs to be a load more content. But we all knew that was going to be the case. No, I'm really enjoying ACR at the moment. Really good fun.
Okay, we think the underbody's incurred some slight damage, but nothing too serious at the moment. Just be careful. Okay, here's the
Is that
gap
the
that we're
contact we're
trailing the
doing?
car ahead by. 2.9 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, we are really banking on the AI beginning to struggle towards the end, aren't we? I think now Lewis has got us behind him. He's trying to push on. This has been a tough old race, but the fact we've basically spent the entirety of it inside the top 10 is pretty good.
Tyre
So
condition
far.
still looking good.
That's reassuring, Mark. We've been on him 2 laps. I mean, I need more than 2 tenths a lap out of Yuki to get him by the end, wouldn't I? That seems to be all I'm getting at the moment. I suppose that was
Gap to the
3
next
tenths
car
that time.
is around 3 seconds.
Oh, but I've used all my battery. I've got to try and get in Lewis's range. Come on. Oh, I forgot about Mac. Oh,
So we're
yellows!
picking up
Lando's
teammates
gone!
by 16.
Oh, I didn't even
1
notice
second.
that until right at the last minute.
Information on Norris. Okay, it looks like the problem's terminal.
Norris,
They're
first
retiring the
retirement
car.
out of the Grand Prix then, so would have been a pretty decent race for him.
Caution, caution.
Has all suddenly gone wrong. I think that's a mechanical failure though. Don't think that's been a crash or anything though, not down there. Lando Norris having to shut that car off though, and here's our first retirement of the day.
Okay,
He will
clear.
be devastated with that, but annoyingly, too busy focused on that, I lost a bit of time. It is going to promote Antonelli into the points though, as... Where's Big G gone? Bortoletto's made an error. No! I thought he was going to be up to 11th, ready to pounce. But it doesn't seem like it's happened for him. I think he's lost out to Ocon, trying to let Max by. I mean, I guess I wouldn't complain with a P9 finish here. I guess we would take it. I want to see, like, some Subarus, some stuff like that. Maybe a modern rally car. Obviously, you know, Group B, stuff like that. All the kind of normal stuff. Maybe, like, some F2 maxi kit cars, that kind of thing. They were always quite cool. Oh, it's Piastri now in front of us. Yuki is really flying. No way can we actually get to Oscar by the end, can we? We're talking about rally cars, not normal race cars and stuff. Come on. Oh, I upshifted there. It's so annoying, man. It doesn't happen often. Well, I feel like I grab the paddle but don't get it through the click. Or GT70. What am I thinking of it? Is that like a code name for the RS200?
Yellow flag.
Oh, we got more yellows? Or is that just lap traffic? I think that was just lap traffic. think that was Stroll letting Piastri by or something.
Green flag.
It's all getting a bit confusing towards the end of this race. Piastri is definitely struggling though. Maybe the team have told him just calm the pace down after Lando's mechanical. Obviously he is Verstappen's closest rival in the championship. I feel like when I see this picture I'm going to know exactly what you are on about. He just had a weird code name. Yeah, Oscar's struggling, man. There's a chance here. But the problem is Hamilton's going quicker than me.
We need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop.
Oh, man. Come on.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 4.3 seconds.
No. Oh, that might be any kind of hopes we had gone now. Another second just thrown away. So horrible. It's so easy to do around here. I think we're just starting to overdrive the car a little bit. Antonelli is still 7 seconds back, but he should hopefully get lapped by Max soon. I mean, it's pretty bad going for like a Stroll and stuff, the fact they're going to end up 2 laps down to Verstappen. That's pretty much unheard of in the ground effect era. Noah, thank you for the follow. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Unfortunately, I don't have F1 on PS5. Is it Red Bull have I got in CS next weekend? That I don't feel so good about. Well, it depends where we're racing, I guess. I don't normally like the Red Bull. I mean, Hamilton might get Piastri by the end, to be fair. I don't think Antonelli's going really any quicker than us. I think we're pretty evenly paced with the Merc. Just kind of happens what happens with the lap traffic and whether anybody has to pit again. I mean, Leclerc's trying to basically take a set of mediums 30 laps towards the end. That won't be easy.
To catch up with the car ahead, gap is currently around 5 seconds.
I don't think anybody's going to be able to, Noah, I'm afraid. You might go on a free play weekend again pretty soon. Oh, come on. Wait, Stroll's last? I thought he'd still be ahead of at least a couple of people. So he's like a lap and a half down to Fernando, who's almost on the podium. Stroll needs to go, chat. So Verstappen is about to lap Antonelli. So we're not, unless obviously we get lapped by Verstappen, we shouldn't be under threat from him. We really are, I think, just trying to bring the car home now. Don't think we can do much about Oscar. I think he's got enough pace on those hards. Yeah, like I said, the only real question is whether maybe some of the AI's tyres hit the cliff. But Yuki still seems to be pretty confident. Hamilton's still 5 seconds in front. I think ultimately this was always just going to be a race where we put the car in a very good position at the end of qualifying and have basically just tried to hang on for dear life. But apart from kind of the front-running cars and then the two Spaniards that always do really well here, I don't think there's anybody else ahead of me. So I think kind of on paper we've, up to this point, probably driven pretty much as well as I could have hoped. Just got to bring the car home. I speak to... Ah!
Okay, we've been given
Right, now we
time
can't get
penalty.
lapped.
It will go against
Damn
our
it!
finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 5.7
Right, so
seconds.
Antonelli's been lapped by Max now. So as long as we stay on the lead lap, that penalty won't make a difference. Weird that this is the second time that scenario has come true in 3 races. But to be fair, Antonelli might not get within 3 seconds anyway. Yeah, the AI, you'd expect their tyres to drop off, but of course they're also in a better car than me. So their tyre wear is probably slightly less anyway. But considering where this thing was, I mean, we were almost out in Q1. Like, where the car was early on, to still potentially be on for a couple of points, I'd be very happy with. Come on. I love the fact people in YouTube Shorts are still trying to come up with theories and stuff, and it's just the fact the short stream's broken. They could literally come over to Twitch to see me playing it live. So co-op will be Monday night, hopefully. 7 PM UK, I would assume.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
To be fair, it wasn't Gary's fault this week. So yeah, YouTube short stream seems to think I'm pre-recorded this. That's why it's so stuttery. I don't quite get how those two things kind of relate to each other, but that's what they've come up with. I think we're going to go a lap down by the end. I think Max might have us. And to be honest, especially with a penalty, it's not like we can hope for something to happen in front on the last lap. I'll try and stay ahead of him as best as I can. I mean, the worst thing now would be a red flag or something.
The car behind is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap.
Imagine if we got a red flag. How... Actually, if we got a red flag, and then everybody that's a lap down had to stay a lap down, then we'd be cooking. But obviously they all get the lap back, or 2 laps if you land Stroll now. I never remember mentioning co-op at 6 PM tonight.
6.0 seconds.
I mentioned CS tomorrow night at 6 PM, but I never spoke about co-op. Fight for the leaf. Sorry? Oh, come on. I'm okay getting 1 penalty today, but I'm not getting a second. Lead. Ah, okay. Now, this car's just never had the pace for that today. Not with me behind the wheel. It was never going to be there. I know the tracks that we have got a chance to win at this season. Barcelona is not one of them. To be fair, I also always thought the same about Shanghai, and, well, we did almost win that race. Till the mechanical failure. Which, with only 1 mechanical failure still so far this afternoon, I'm a little bit nervous that it could be us. But I hope not. I just want to see Bortoletto get back past Ocon. That way, if someone else in the top 10 did get a mechanical, then Bortoletto could be on for points. But I think to have the similar pace to Antonelli in a Merc today has been pretty good. Back end got a little bit loose there, gotta be careful. I don't think I've ever heard that story, Dart. But you made a good choice. All I'm going to say. That was a bullet dodged, just based on that thing right there. Predict the race you might win. Well, we didn't win Monaco. We did win Australia, which I thought is normally a good chance. Jeddah as well, the AI suck. Austria, sometimes the AI can be a bit weird there. But Belgium should in theory be a good one. Singapore should in theory be a good one. And then Vegas as well. Those are normally the ones where the AI suck. Am I going to get DRS for like the first time in forever? I am! Yay! I think we've had DRS like less than 10 times in this race. Right, why is Lawson not letting me lap in? There you go, thank you. No idea why he made that so difficult. Oh, we took a fair bit of time out of the guys in front because of that. Oh, Tsunoda's starting to fall off now. I think Tsunoda's beginning to struggle again. Oscar Piastri's hard tyres is starting to just have a bit more grip.
Gap to your teammate behind, 23.9 seconds.
Yeah, DRS friends. I got the full Lawson suck experience, did I? Not sure I like the sound of that. Ah! So annoying that we keep catching up to other cars that are all just lappers. Are we going to get more DRS? Are we in the range of doing? Be incredibly useful if we are. Don't think we're quite there though. Maybe? Are we in the range of doing? No. That's a shame. Yeah, the short stream is completely given up. I don't know why. Very weird. But obviously I can't deactivate it because I'm still racing. Right, it's going to be really close whether Max laps me. Like, really close by the end. Like I said, I'm not going to do anything stupid to try and keep him back or anything. If he laps me, he laps me. But I do just want to see if I can try and stretch it. Oh, doing you little snake. Could have at least given me the DRS, man. I know your game, sir. I hope Lawson jumps you. How many lapped cars are there? Hamilton's now getting caught out behind more of them. I mean, Hamilton might still get Yuki by the end.
Okay, gap ahead, 4.8 seconds.
Oh, I'm not going to worry about it. I think anybody can come and see the stream is live, so. But it is quite funny. Oh, come on. Ah! So Hamilton's now got past 2 more lapped cars. Verstappen's now got past the guys that I've just lapped again. So I am now Verstappen's next target. We've still got about 4 seconds over him. But he has on average been over a second a lap faster than us today. I mean, Verstappen just has been in another league. He's going to win this by like 40 seconds, I think. Maybe slightly less. Leclerc's been the only one that's really ever been able to handle him. Yeah, it's a very weird bug. YouTube short format streams do occasionally do things like that. They're very weird. They work absolutely fine 90% of the time and then just occasionally poo themselves. I'll just delete the stream afterwards on the short format. Oh, come on. Yeah, Verstappen's going to get us, I think. At least it means that I've got enough fuel anyway, but I could have gone a bit more aggressive on the fuel strategy. Then again, I don't come into these races expecting to get lapped every week, so there is that. I don't think Alonso's second. I'm pretty certain it's Leclerc. I'm pretty certain the one you're looking at is actually Stroll's AI. Alonso's just gone past the start-finish line. But Leclerc, I believe Leclerc's second. I think it's still George in third, who's not that far behind Leclerc. And then it's Alonso. Then it's Sainz. And there you go. Oh, we got a battle going on just in front, but again, it's lap traffic. Yeah, Sainz and Fernando, like I said, they often cook round here, but they've done very well today. We've got 12 seconds over Antonelli, so it's not going to be at a risk for him unless I do something stupid.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 6.1
Take the
seconds.
Verstappen's win. He'd probably still win. That's just how much of a lead he's got at this stage. He could probably pit for a new wing and still win.
The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. Well done.
Ooh, I can't. Like I said though, chat, literally my goal was to get back in the top 10 today. After a few tough races, I figured Barcelona's a tough old circuit. If we can get a top 10 here, I'd walk away a very happy man. And with a handful of laps to go, apart from a couple of little errors, it's one of those races where sensibly I don't think we could have ended up really any higher than where I have.
Okay, no issues with tyre
Maybe
wear
if
for
I
now.
boxed way earlier, I might be closer to Lewis, but I think I still wouldn't be able to hang on. It's a fair point, though. It's a very fair point. But they are great for exposure. Oh, there is Max.
Blue flag.
I'm getting blue flags, chat. We are about to get lapped by the Dutchman. And I don't want to get another penalty or anything, so I'm just going to let him by down here. There we go. We'll try and stick with him. I think I'm probably going to be the last car that he laps in this race, but Max Verstappen has been nuts today. Like I said, he's gone into max mode. No one has been able to hold a candle to him. Be insane now if his engine just blew up right in front of me. I think it's only going to be Lando Norris then that has a mechanical failure today. It's quite a surprise. I'll say that now, and now I'll get one.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 7.7 seconds.
Hey, look how much speed I've got. Beautiful. Oh, yellows! Yellows! As soon as I talk about it, someone's gone. Is that Gasly? I think that might be Pierre Gasly. Late on in the day with a mechanical failure. And how painful must that be for Pierre? 62 laps of this Grand Prix he'd done. And it all goes wrong right towards the very end. Heartbreak for poor Gasly. That is the Alpine experience, chat. Despite the fact they've got apparently the most reliable car. What's Hadjar doing? What is that? He just moved across me. Am I going to still be ahead of Antonelli? I think we've still got a gap over Antonelli. What is that? He let Verstappen through and then just moved across. What's the gap going to be to Antonelli now? It's going to be like 6 seconds. I don't know how we held on to it. I thought we were going to lose more time from that. And Isaac Hadjar there trying to give me a huge scare right towards the end of the race. Tyres should be alright. They're okay. Yeah, luckily I don't think that moment with Hadjar's going to make a difference by the end. Yeah, what have I done to upset Isaac? Maybe it's in the driver career mode later on today. You'll have to find out. Yeah, that was bizarre. You can tell he just obviously let the other guy through, but sometimes the way the AI coded is that he didn't factor in how close I was. As long as it doesn't cost me anything, I'll still be happy. It's Verstappen then, about to start the last lap.
13.5 seconds.
I am going to be the top runner to get lapped in this race, I think, unless Hadjar decides he's going to wipe me out again. Ugh. Come on, don't get another penalty. I'm also pretty happy. I think we've only got 4 warnings today. So we'll take that as well. A good race of consistency for the most part. A couple of annoying errors, but that is what it is. But for Max Verstappen, though, up at the front of the order, I mean, he controlled the start, walked away on the inters, and then that pace seemed to carry over into the dries. Like I've said, it happens before on this game, where Verstappen is just in another league relative to everybody else, and try as you might, you can't do anything against him. Even when I'd have had a competitive car, haven't been able to match the Dutchman when he gets those races under his belt. Mega Zentron, thank you for the follow. Hope you're doing well. The driver career mode is on Matt212 gameplay, yes. Season 4 begins later on this evening, so be there for that. Through the final few corners, though, Max Verstappen, 3 victories in a row this season. He is absolutely in control. But for the first time since, I believe, Saudi Arabia when we won, we are finally going to return to the top 10 and pick up some points for Sauber. It's a good confidence booster. It's exactly what we need as we head back into the kind of meat of the European leg. Through the final turn, P9. Honestly, I'm very, very happy.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
Good work in the race.
Oh, there you go. Hulk's happy about it as well, chat.
2 points.
That's got to be one of the first races where I've actually done worse than Hulk did IRL. I guess the last 3 as well. How on earth did I splash that water?
And a champion's performance.
2 points, honestly, chat, I'm happy with.
Wow,
I'm happy with that.
3 wins in a row. This clearly solidifies
Max is
them
going to
as
dominate
a
this season. I can
contender.
already tell.
It's very tough to achieve 3 in a row, so very well done.
Oh, I think OBS has given up.
And once
I can't
all
even
the
end
hard
the
work is
stream.
over, and
Oh, there we
after
go.
lap after lap of brilliant racing, it's time now to celebrate with our podium trio.
Can I end the...
And for those that have
Stream.
missed the Dutch national anthem, fear not.
Where is it?
It's back again because Max Verstappen is back on the top step.
I'm going to end the YouTube short stream immediately, just because it seems to be a buggy mess. But I can't even do it through OBS, so I think OBS has pooed itself. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that, chat. I think we drove pretty well today. How do I stop the stream? Can I end it? Reckons it's got no data. Oh, there you go. I think it ended itself. There we go. So it did work itself out in the end. It just seemed, yeah,
Well,
Rizal
that
is
was
coming up with
certainly an exciting
encoding
weekend of
overload.
Formula One.
So
Be
I don't
sure
know
to
whether
join
that's
us for
affected the
more
webcam.
exciting Formula One action very soon.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. There we go then. Max Verstappen, 35 seconds clear of Charles Leclerc. He will walk away victorious this weekend. George Russell in P3 there. Fernando Alonso narrowly misses out on a home race podium. Just 1.5 tenths between him and Carlos Sainz. Oh, pardon me, chat. All right, I'm gonna restart that bit. Well, there we go then. Max Verstappen takes the victory, 35 seconds clear of Charles Leclerc. come the checkered flag. George Russell in third as Fernando Alonso narrowly misses out on a home race podium there. Just 1.5 tenths, though, between him and Carlos Sainz. Piastri, Tsunoda, Hamilton all finished on the lead lap. We were one of just 5 cars that ended up 1 lap down in the end, so goes to show just how quick Verstappen was. Antonelli, though, picks up the final point ahead of Ocon and Bortoletto. So Big G there, a decent result for him. Albon 1 lap down, and then as you can see, Behrman, Hadjar, Doohan, Lawson and Stroll 2 laps down, and Gasly 5 laps down. Because obviously he made it to 90%. Lando Norris, though, the only driver that was effectively classified as a proper DNF. What does that do, though, to our World Championship? Well, I believe that means Verstappen now 51 clear out front, ahead of Piastri there. So really cooking is the Dutchman right now. Charles Leclerc, though, up to P3, ahead of Norris, Russell and Hamilton. As we are now just 5 points away from Lewis as well. They're still ahead of Yuki and Fernando, who are now tied on 41. Antonelli gets another point there, keeps himself ahead of Sainz. Ocon, Albon, Gasly, Bortoletto, Behrman and Stroll have all scored. So it is just the V-Carbs and Jack Doohan yet to pick up a point. McLaren, though, 13 ahead of Red Bull in the Constructors. Ferrari still only 37 away, as Mercedes, again, further cement themselves in 4th ahead of us. But we could still come under some pressure from Aston Martin and Williams as the season goes on. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and we'll be back very soon when Formula 1 returns ready for, I believe, the Canadian Grand Prix. Oh, there we go, chat. There we go. Race done and dusted. Happy with that one. Like I said, it was one of those weird races where we kind of did everything I should have, but kind of we didn't do anything more than that, which sometimes happens in Formula 1. Sometimes you drive well and you get the result kind of expected of you, which, like I said, isn't a bad thing come the end of the day. I'm doing very well, thanks, Mr. Jones. I hope you are as well, buddy. Still can't believe you aren't working for Sky. Oh, I'd love to. I'd love to do some IRL F1 comms. We won our rivalry, chat. We won our rivalry against Albon, so that gives us a little bit more XP. Maybe I got to get Hulk to 99 rated inside this game. Maybe, yeah, VCarb can score a point this year. I'll have to wait and see. There's so many times in this game they end up with nothing. As we are now 60%. Okay. I think that allows us to bring some more upgrades in as well, which is good. I'm going to end the TikTok stream, though, there. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. I'm just going to end that one to make sure I don't forget. But I'll have to take a look as to what happened with the YouTube one today, because that is very, very funky. I'm going to end that one there.
It seems as if you have a new rival. This is the perfect opportunity to show the world
That's a
why
bit
you
weird.
belong.
Oh, I think it's because of that, isn't it? I think I fixed why I was getting no audio through the game.
Very exclusive
There we go.
clientele. That's a joke. I love working with you.
But apparently we got 400 R&D for that ERS fault as well, so we should be able to get a couple of more upgrades going. Are we now 4th? We're ahead of Aston Martin. We're 5th, chat, overall. That's pretty good. I don't think we've got anything else, though, to do before next week. I don't even think I can do an upgrade, can I? That's a bit annoying. Got to wait for some upgrades to get on the wagon first. So I guess we'll try and do a couple of those nice and quickly. That one will work, and that's going to be it.
Okay,
so no more upgrades then. We did get more R&D, though. I think I want another chassis upgrade, to be honest. So we'll do that one. Hopefully bring us a bit further up the order. But yeah, I think that's that done and dusted, chat. I've got a little bit of time. There's no football today. That doesn't come as a particularly big shock, all things considered, with how much of a storm is bucketing it outside. We will be live, though, tomorrow morning, 7:30-ish, with the Suzuka 1000 on iRacing. That one will be live on Twitch, and then Matt212 iRacing on YouTube. So thank you, everybody. Have a good one. Stay safe. Look after yourselves. And hopefully, yeah, back tomorrow morning or tomorrow.